Unofficial Therapy. It's your girl Waheeda. I'm back and I'm joined by Connie Diiamond. Hey,
Hi.
beautiful.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. And I'm asking you, like, how did you get that name?
Oh, it's really funny. It's a funny story. My friend gave me that name. We were in the studio one day and he actually made a mistake. My original rap name when I first started was Black Diamond, and he made a mistake and said Connie Diamond. So I said, I kind of like how that sounds. So I just stuck with it. Never
Women,
changed it.
women love diamonds.
Amen.
So now, Connie, I think you're so beautiful.
Thank you.
I
You're
remember
beautiful
going.
too.
Thank you. I remember going to a SOB concert and I saw you perform and I was like, oh, I like this girl.
Thank
She's
you.
fire.
Thank you.
Yes. Is that the feedback you get from a lot of women?
I have a lot. I do get a lot of support from
Mm-hmm.
the females in the industry and just in general.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it feels good. It feels really good. I get support from all over, but the females really, really, really bang with me. So
Yeah. It's
yeah.
like you have a unique approach.
Hmm.
You're super like hard, there's that softness.
It's in there.
Yep, there's that feminine
The Taurus
quality.
in me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a Taurus, so
It comes out.
the bull comes out sometimes. But Taurus. A lot of Taurus they're sweet too. They can be very sweet and kind-hearted. That's me.
Very sweet, very loving,
Thank you.
very hardworking.
Thank you.
How has that been for you, like working in the music business or just like trying to make a name for yourself in the music industry?
Well, it's not a walk in the park. I can say that. I've been doing music for over 10 years. I've been signed probably for about 3. I'm currently signed to Def Jam Records.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Has that been a good experience for you?
It's been a very interesting experience. I don't want to say it's bad, but it's everything is not all good. So
Exactly.
and that's for anything in life and any career path. I'm not just saying that to
I
like
love that. It's reality, right?
Yeah.
Like we might aspire for something and then we
Right.
get there and then we find out the reality.
Exactly. Sometimes it's not what you think it is. Sometimes you have to work a little harder than what you've been working to, especially when as you're elevating and you're like just diving deep into your career. So it's been a walk in the park. It's been a learning experience. Every day I'm learning still, navigating still. It's one of my biggest dreams for real, like to be an artist. And I made it through the threshold of people, that actually made it to the other side. Like just
Exactly.
being signed.
Exactly.
So it feels good.
Now, when we talk about influences,
Yes.
because you're from New York City and, home of a lot of successful women in hip hop,
Yes.
right? So talk to me about like who were some of the people that influenced you on your way, up, or just like I remember when I got introduced to certain female rappers.
Right.
I was like in love. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's saying all the things that I want to say, but I might not be,
Yeah.
ready to say that.
Right. Well, before I say that, give me one female rapper you liked growing up.
Oh my God, it's super ratchet, but I loved Little Kim when I was growing
Really?
up. I loved Remy
I love
Ma
Kim.
when
I
I
love
was
Remy.
growing up.
my
I
girl.
like Kim and Remy Ma was like it for me.
The It Girls. Yeah.
I did like Eve a lot too,
Yeah.
right?
Eva's dope.
But it was just like they were so aggressive
Mm-hmm.
and they just owned their femininity
Yeah.
that I was like in love with them.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. I can say that I have a lot of influence from Dipset. I had a lot of influence from Dipset, Missy Elliott, Ludacris, Remy, Jadakiss, Ghostface Killer. So it's like I
love
listen to a
that.
lot of a lot of male rappers as well.
Okay, that's good.
So yes. It's a big boiling pot. As you can see, all those artists are like different in their own ways,
Exactly.
but they're all super creative. So yeah,
So top 3,
top 3 what
just in influences for you.
influences? My mom is one of my influences for sure.
Yeah.
My mom was a big supporter of me and my music. She's on the other side right now, so shout out to her. God bless her soul. My mom for sure. I want to say Missy Elliott, and the other one I want to say is Ludacris.
Those are some powerful people.
Yeah. I can say that based off the creativity level. Like I feel like I was always just mesmerized and so like in love with the level of creativity that they always brought when it was time to do music videos. Shout out to Busta Rhymes too, like who I actually like met this year, and we are very much acquainted, and
He's been supportive.
very supportive.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Taurus too, like me.
Nice.
But yes, these are people that I was drawn to at a young age, growing up and wanting to do music, and just looking at how they navigated and what they brought to, you know, the music industry. I loved it a lot.
Exactly. And to remain creative, how do you stay in that space?
I don't know how I do it, but
Mm-hmm.
what helps me is I don't get too consumed about what everybody else has going on.
I like that.
And I think that what happens sometimes is that when you're too consumed with what everybody have going on, you think you have to keep up with the Joneses. You think you have to like do something because someone else is doing it, or like this is popular, so we do that. One thing about me, I listen to my own music all day, every day. Like I listen, and another thing that people don't know is that I listen to a lot of R&B music. So I catch on to new rap music when someone else plays it around me. I'm like, okay, I like that. Or like I'm cleaning and I'm just want to just play random music. But for the most part, I think I keep my creativity from just not being too consumed with everything else that everybody has going on.
Exactly, because those outside influences can like sway you, and
Absolutely.
it's best for you to remain on like your track. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Your journey.
Absolutely.
You talk about your mom.
Yes.
Talk to me about your childhood. Like, what was that like?
My childhood was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't grow up with my mom, but she was in my life for a good chunk. And a large part of my adulthood as well. But I actually grew up bounced between Queens and the Bronx.
Got it.
My aunt raised me, which is my mom's biological sister.
Beautiful.
Yes, my mom's the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom, she's a funny girl. She's a Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
She's funny, very feisty, very funny, very blunt, very
straight to the point.
Straight to the point, yes.
Ooh, harsh sometimes.
Yes, but what I can say is that she was my biggest supporter. Anytime we had a family function, anytime there was a barbecue, anytime anyone came over, she made me stand in the middle of the floor and like do a rap or do a dance.
I love that.
So when I started really like doing music, when I started it for real, she was always at the front of the line,
supporting you.
Correct. So yeah.
Yeah. What was some of the like? Because moms always give us really good advice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I have a niece, and like my sister and myself were always like infusing her with like things that we learned. You know, like, oh, be careful about this, or, you know, this is how you do this, or this is what makes, you know, executing this easier.
Yeah.
What were some things that she taught you?
And you mean like in the musical space or just in general?
In life, yeah. A valuable lesson that mommy taught you.
My mom always told me that if a guy isn't treating you right, you need to move on. Mm-hmm. But she didn't say it like that. She always used to be like, if you're dealing with a zero, you need to go get you a hero.
Okay.
I don't know why. What made her say that? Clock it. But she always say that. And it's just like, girl. And at this time, I wasn't even really like dating like that. I'm just like, girl, please. But
mommy, we are listening.
Yeah.
We are listening.
She's a funny girl. Another piece of advice she would just always say, like, you know, don't worry about what people think of you, because when it's time for you to really like do your big one, you're gonna do. She didn't say those words because that wasn't a word at the time.
Of course, yeah.
But it was like a thing of like, she was the type of girl that would be like, on a regular day, she would be very chill and calm. But when it was time for her to come outside, she came outside. So she didn't really care about how people viewed her when she was outside on a regular day to day. She had like some regular clothes on.
Yeah.
You know, because people, they view you how you are. Some people have to have that on put together every day. She's a girl that's like, I don't gotta look put together every day, but when I get ready to put it together, I'm gonna put it together.
Know what's up.
Exactly. So I learned that from her, and I took that.
I'm just
her.
like that. I'm the same way. Like, my sister is a Scorpio. Shout out to Kathy.
Out to her.
And she is exactly how you describe your mother, you know, a lot of like really good advice. She's an excellent advice giver.
Yes. And
definitely the type that will show out. But every other day she look, you know, she makes sure that when it's time to show out, she knows
Show
how
out.
to.
Yes.
So
I think then the last thing I could say is that when she would run out of blush, she would use lipstick on her cheeks.
that's an old school trick.
Yes, and
right? They
then,
made it work.
Yes, and like when I got older, like and I was doing makeup, I used to put like lipstick on my
I
cheek.
love that.
Like, yeah,
I love that.
it's my girl.
That's happy. That's such a beautiful memory.
Yeah,
I love that.
thank you.
When we think about like relationships, right? Like
Yeah.
guys and stuff like that. Obviously your mother gave you like really valuable lessons. But or like advice.
Right.
But like what was something you had to learn on your own?
God, my aunt used to tell me like. My aunt used to always tell me like, "Oh, guys only want one thing, and when they get that, they move on to the next." I used to be like, "Girl, shut up!" Like, am I like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, but I wasn't even really like at the time. She was like beating at my head because I was just like in the area of the.
But you were beautiful. You were growing up.
Yeah.
And she knew that, you know, people
Yeah, when you get to puberty, you get to liking
Yes.
boys. It's like, let me just let
Yes.
you know now.
Yes.
Totally respect it. No shade, no harm taken from the advice.
Yes.
I just felt like, I don't know, like I wish I would have had more stories or lessons on like being in love and how to navigate through, staying and fixing relationships.
I
and
like that.
What's worth fixing, what's not, and
Mm-hmm.
also how to deal with the separation part as well, the heartbreak. So I didn't really get much knowledge on that because I wasn't really like there, like I wasn't there yet. So
Exactly.
but I did have, not to cut you, I did have good examples. Like I saw my mom and my dad. I saw what their relationship was like. I
love
saw how much
that.
they love each other, and other people in my family too. Like my grandparents, they've been together for a long time, so it's like stuff like that.
I love that.
Thank you.
I think how well now that you think about that, right? What are some things you think you can do to stay and keep the relationship going? I think like communication, for example, is a big thing, right?
Excellent. Yeah.
Always talking to each other,
Constantly.
always expressing how you feel,
Right.
because our feelings change.
Right.
And something that we might think is a big deal one day, you know, a few months from now, we're over it and we're like, oh, I'm past that.
Exactly.
I don't even care.
Exactly.
As long as you're with me, that's all that matters, you know?
Right. To answer your question, I think I feel like in relationships we have to constantly figure out and constantly learn each other so we can like understand each other. But I also feel like what can help the relationship last a little longer is self-reflecting, because I think that sometimes you're in a space where you're always like saying what you want
Yeah.
and what you're not gonna deal with,
Yeah.
and it's always like a point in the finger.
That's kind of defensive. That's defensive mode,
It is.
right?
It's defense mode, and it can get like that when you're arguing with
Yeah.
your partner about
Yeah.
something. But I feel like once you are able to self-reflect on what it is that you have within yourself, whether it's flaws or whatever, or something you want to work on, and once you know it, it's like easier to navigate when someone's telling you, "Hey, I feel like you could be better at that." And it's like, you know what? Like, it's a lot of people don't take the time to self-reflect. I feel like
Yeah.
that's something that I recently learned, and I'm in like a great space right now.